June 6th, the video caption reads, Windwalker trying not to get evicted at 10:53 a.m.
Is the reason why I'm messed up and I need help. I got sick and I've been running a fever of 101 and I got behind today and I have to pay for today or they're going to evict us. Thank you for the heart puff. He's getting a lot better and he's fixing to come home. That's why I'm trying not to get evicted. We need help. If anybody wants to help, I'm going to put my Cash App up in the chat. I'm sorry, Ari. I'm upset. I'm trying to get some freaking help so we don't get evicted. You need to get off my back. Yeah, my grandson's fixing to get out of the hospital, and I don't know what I'm going to do. He's fixing to be discharged, and I'm already behind on my rent because I've been sick. So if anybody would like to help, I would very much appreciate it. It's not about a place for me. It's a place for my grandson to go when he gets out of the hospital. Or else I wouldn't even care to ask for help. I need 1/6. I said it's about the baby. I want him to have somewhere to go. It's not about me. So if anybody can help, I can put up my Cash App. If anybody would be nice enough to help me and my daughter. I just lost my husband a month ago. I'm going through it. I just need help to my breaking point. Just give up. I have to come up with $160 today.
Okay, yeah, we got it. Now let's take a stop here for a minute, fam, before we go down heartbreak trail and you feel ready to give your money. She's brought up her grandson. She's in the hospital. She's brought up her daughter. She's brought up her, God rest his soul, her deceased husband. She's wiping her eyes, yet I see no tears. She's on TikTok regularly begging. Which story do you want to buy is real? Which one do you want to buy? Exactly. So Windwalker is on here. TikTok regular beggar. She's been on here lots of times, giving out the sob story. So my question is, Lord rest his soul, how many times have you talked about your husband passing away? How many times have you talked about your son is in the your grandson is in the hospital? I believe if your husband has passed away, and again, Lord rest his soul, if that is true, and we will, for the purposes of this show, we will assume it is true. Lord help me if I should ever get married and my spouse is on TikTok begging away over my demise. Okay, I swear I will haunt that spouse for forever because that is the last thing I want. But these tears that I see none of, it's all a story. I suspect, in my opinion, it's all a lie. Again, in my opinion. You got a lot of tragedy going on in your life, and you think that the best way to handle it is through TikTok begging. I do believe if your grandson is in the hospital, my question then becomes, okay, where are his parents? And I understand we deal with medical insurance and stuff. Where are his parents? And if he, Lord forbid, God forbid, doesn't have parents for whatever, I'm assuming there are services that hospitals can give you for your grandchildren being sick. In other words, where you are not, straddled with the entire bill. I just have a real serious problem when people go on there and they get this whole list. And then it's the classic, oh, this isn't for me. This is for my grandson, my daughter, my deceased husband. See, this is where, and I will say it 100 times, this is where TikTok beggars, and that's specifically what I'm focusing on. It's the beggars of TikTok. This is where they lose the sympathy of the audience. When people go, oh my God, this is just such a load of crap. I don't believe any of this stuff. Right. The classic line, oh, it's not for me. It's for my dog, cat, parakeet, child, ex-husband, whatever.
I'm going to be evicted. I'm 60. If anybody can donate any.
And she's going to be evicted, but yet an eviction is known well before it comes. And again, where are the parents to the grandson? And I don't see no tears. Throw in the comments, fam. Do you see tears?
Thing that helps. I don't even want to be on here asking people for nothing, but I don't have a choice. I'm using my husband's Cash App still. Here it is. It has a picture of my husband with his tongue out holding a soda can.
Great. So you said, you know what, of all the pictures that I want to remember my deceased husband by, I don't want a loving picture. I mean, I will even, I get a little oozy. Okay, I'll even take a loving photo of him lying with his head gently on a pillow, whatever. Okay, I get it. All right. You said no. That's not the photo I want. Perhaps a loving picture with your deceased husband and the grandchild that is now in the hospital. No, can't have that one either. How about just a freaking married picture showing you and your loving husband? No, you want the one that said, you know what? I want the photo of him holding a can, probably a beer can. I reserve room to be wrong. I want a picture of him holding a can, acting goofy and sticking his tongue out, because that is the photo that I want as I'm here pathetically begging on TikTok to have everyone look. That's the picture that I want. Yes, his tongue is sticking out. He's holding a can. Again, probably something to do with alcohol. Possibly. I could be wrong. He might be holding some Shasta or something, For those who don't know, Shasta is a drink that I don't think even anyone buys anymore.
If you can help, I would really appreciate it. My husband died on May the 4th, Sophia.
So what? Okay. Okay. So why were you begging before May 4th? You've been begging on here long before May 4th.
Because he needed a heart transplant. So, dude, it's got me in this predicament. And you don't even know Sugar Skull, whatever. You don't even know me. And all you've been doing is harassing people for years. If you don't like it, get gone. This is my platform. And if I want to get on here and beg like everybody else does, I'm going to, because my grandson needs somewhere to stay. This is about my grandson having a place to live. It ain't about me. No, I'm not. Noel, I have to come up with $106 or I'm going to get evicted. My grandson gets out of the hospital next week. So I don't know what I'm going to do. And God forbid that I get on here and ask anybody for help, because I don't have any family or friends here.
And they probably got tired of you begging. Now, she said you've been on in here. She was talking to a commenter. You've been on here for years. Well, how would you know unless you've been begging on TikTok for years yourself? See, I rest my case. Oh, I tell you guys, if there is ever a trial where they don't mind unlicensed attorneys, I'm going to be the prosecution. All right. So you got to listen to the words that these TikTok beggars say. She identified someone in the comments, quote, "You've been on here for years. So how would you know?" It's kind of like when someone says to you, "Oh my God, you come here a lot. Every time I come here, I see you." And then my response is, "Oh, June, well, you must come a lot because every time I see you, you're here too." Yeah, see, you got, oh my God, here comes JP. Jordan Paul, everyone, June.
Hey, good morning.
Okay, Jordan Paul, JP wants $120. Oh, sweet Jesus.
Morning. They always, believe me, this is nothing compared to what they do. They do all kinds of, they say some of the foulest you would ever hear anybody say to anybody. And they do some of the foulest you would ever see anybody do, especially to a random stranger.
She's talking about her commenters.
That's already foul enough if you actually know the person. But to do it to somebody you don't even know that's doing nothing to you, that's seriously psychotic.
Jordan, JP, isn't that what you do to your viewers? Don't you say foul and rude things? And in fact, weren't you in court or something recently? I thought you had a court case. I could have sworn it was you, and someone had some sort of undercover camera and found you at your door or something. In other words, you got people tracking your lives. I would track your lives, but I'm just not that interested, to be totally honest. Oh, here's Lala, everyone. Letitia.
Miller, this is my page. TikTok don't have an ATM, but the millions and millions of people on TikTok do have ATMs. And I have every right to ask for help. If you don't like what you're seeing, then please go out of my life. Who are you to tell me what to ask for on Lala's life? Isn't your name Kanika? So Kanika, go on Kanika page, all right? And then you can tell somebody what to do. But you ain't telling me what to do, boo-boo. Tell me, first of all, I never said that TikTok's an ATM.
Lala Letitia with a DRUG felony. Okay. And that's her. I'm quoting her. She says she has charges. She hasn't been able to get them expunged, whatever. She's asking for $900. So I'm just saying. So she's upset because people are on her for being a beggar. You know what, Lala? Miss Felony Lawlup, I would think you'd be used to this begging criticism by now. And you say it doesn't bother you, yet every time somebody gets on and says, hey, why are you begging, yada, yada, you get all bent up about it. You would think by now you would be used to it. And we all know the story. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you got to have the rent due, or what is it, the hotel. And God knows you're going to be evicted any minute, but always at the last minute, somebody comes through with hundreds of dollars. You guys got to think here. What she makes, supposedly, TikTok begging is more than I make as a school teacher in the course of a month. If you add up the dollars that she has for TikTok begging, she outdoes a lot of people. So it kind of makes me go, where are you really getting all the money from? Oh, look, everyone, it's Chip Chip.
TM.
I deleted my last video because I thought somebody was going to help me.
Okay.
But they ended up not ever contacting me back, so I have to unfortunately make another video asking for help. We're just trying to get enough to get into a campsite or something. They cost $42 out here. Just trying to get my kids and my wife and stuff out of the car for a little bit. My feet are swelling up. I can't do anything about it sitting in the car. If I manage to get help, I'll go live later and let everybody know and talk for a while. If anybody can, my information's in my bio. I really do appreciate any help. If you can't, I get it. Just if you can, please contact me. It's warm out here. Constantly having to run the car because of the air conditioning.
So you got you and the baby. Is it Zelda, Zanelda? It's actually a lovely name. Remember, he had a baby a few months ago. So you got your wife and you, the baby, and a couple other kids, because one of your sons, you said, lives with his grandmother. You're all packed in the car together in AC. And yet he also claims that he's always in touch with the police, or CPS is always on his hiney, whatever, because somebody reports something. Because everybody got time to focus on Chip. Okay.
I can't keep doing. I'm running out of gas. I don't know what to do. There ain't nobody out here that wants to help. If you can, let me know.
They don't want to help because you've been on the platform since 2022 and you've worn out everyone's good graces. Oh, here we go, folks. We have here Crown Royalty. Let's see what she begging for, fam.
I gotta go in there and get all the little coloring books. She's not doing none of that. She gonna sit in a room. Y'all don't understand. I had none of this when I was a kid.
Okay, she's upset at her daughter because she feels her daughter is spoiled.
None of this. She gonna have, I'm about to take everything out of this room because I'm about to show this kid exactly what life look like. For real. These can come to my room. These go to my room. All this can go in the trash because I'm not doing it. You want to see what bored look like? You act like you have nothing to do with all that stuff in your room. You about to really see what it look like to have nothing. And then you're really going to be bored.
Whoa. CR, aren't you the one that's always begging people to send you stuff? So most of the crap she's got in her room has come through donations because you're always begging for stuff. Never mind that you get EBT. Never mind, I believe you said your baby daddy, I think you said also gives you money, and you have a job. So you're sitting there trying to shame your daughter, saying, look at all this stuff you have, which didn't look, totally, out of line to me for what a child would have, right? And yet those that came from your donors. See, CR, I like to call her CR. I like to call people by their nicknames. CR, Crown Royalty, is the type of person who will go to her daughter and shame her daughter for being just a kid. probably saying the dumb stuff the kids say and, going through that selfish stage, and you have to work and correct them and all that. But yet she will not recognize that she is the one setting an example for her daughter every time she does this live begging stuff. And her daughter was watching her. She's listening to her. She's picking up the language, the vocabulary. She's picking up the behaviors, the mannerisms. I always want to know how come attorneys' kids oftentimes become attorneys. And I'm a teacher's kid, became a teacher. Okay. Firefighter kids oftentimes will go into some sort of law enforcement or something because we are raised with that. Now, we're not saying that happens across the board, but we are raised with it. See, this channel is never, ever going to run out of begging. You know why? Because this generation of beggars, this adult generation of beggars, I guess you could say it's your Gen Z. Okay. Gen X, we wouldn't be caught dead begging. And the older millennials, they're pretty much with us. They don't beg for the most part either. It's really coming from the Gen Z. Okay. What's happening is these kids are growing up with it. And so they see mama begging in her bonnet. Okay. So they see all that. They're growing up with the same lingo, behaviors, mannerisms, thought process that professional people's kids grow up with. And that's why they oftentimes will go into the same profession. I'm telling you guys, we got Gen Alpha coming up for begging next. Those are the kids that are in school right now. God help us.
That might be part of his way of helping me, just getting it out there on my TikTok, on my social media platform, telling people, hey, I need help, me and my daughter, or I need a vehicle. I feel like he's going to provide. We're going to see if he does or he doesn't, but I feel like, you guys, that he loves me and he's going to provide. My husband is watching over me. I feel like they're just going to show up and make it happen.
What's up with all the dead husbands in this video? No disrespect to the deceased.
Now, whether they do or not, it's on them, but they know that I have struggled and been through a hard time in my life, and yeah, we'll see how it goes, but I have faith. I haven't lost my faith.
Yeah, Auntie really need to.
Auntie Rifa, one of the people we love to hate the most on this channel.
Cash up. Auntie really, anybody really want to help Auntie out and send the cash out? Do anybody really want to help Auntie out so I can get some cigarettes tomorrow? You want to send Auntie a cash out? Look at my cash out. My Chime and my PayPal. Ari, anybody want to have a cash out that they can send $5, $10, $20, $100? Do the thing, send that $100. Drop that $100. I said, drop that $100. I need a cash app, you guys. So
She needs a diet.
I can buy some cigarettes tomorrow. Carrot cake, I feed y'all. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. Kelly, you've been showing out lately. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. Anybody want to join Kelly and send a $5 cash out? Make it $10. I don't know if you send gifts. Let's see what level gifter you at. Let's even see. Oh, you don't send gifts like that. You can send a cash app. My cash app is right there, baby. You can send a cash app if you want to. I don't see anything funny. I'm asking for some help right now. My moderator's here. Gonna be here in a minute. We block people that laugh at me. We block people that laugh at this queen. I'm a queen, and I have a king for a husband. She's gonna be here in a minute. She'll take care of me.
She has a king for a husband and a king diet. Look, you know what? If you're eat what you want to eat, but don't be gorging yourself on social media while you're begging for handouts. That there's just something, to me, you shouldn't be doing that. You're sitting there claiming you're just so broke, you don't have money for cigarettes. At least she's honest on that, okay? You don't have money for cigarettes, but yet you got money to sit there and eat and eat and eat. And she's eating on almost every single video. Of course, I'm usually got my protein drink or something like that on my video. But you don't see me just chowing away and begging.
I give people the benefit of the doubt. My mom cooked Ari, you have a cash app you can send?
And whatever she's eating looks kind of gross. Looks like macaroni and some sort of heated meatballs or something. Ugh.
You can send some more gifts, Ari, if you want. I don't know. But thank you for the daily heart me, though. Thank you. I'm finna get blocked. Are you supporting Auntie? You probably a troll page. Go ahead and screen record it so you can post and continue to lie so I can continue to get more followers. Ooh. Somebody love me. Who love me? Kelly. You showing out tonight, Kelly, ain't you? Kelly showing out. Kelly, the only one love me right now. Ari, we need some support, baby. Instead of less questions, more support. Ari, please don't get blocked. Thank you, Night. Y'all, we need donuts for the gift gallery goal. We need donuts, you guys. For the gift gallery goal. Thank you, Kills Bell, for the first donut. No, we haven't filled it yet. Shanti, don't feel obligated, honey. I told y'all we'll need let's see. Y'all, we need that well.
We need that daggone well. Can somebody check the gift gallery, the goal? Can somebody check the gift gallery? Well, be the hardest one because it's $20. I think we need 5 of them kissy hearts. Kissy hearts, you guys. These right here. I'm gonna put 6 of them up there. Y'all, please don't feel obligated, okay? Please don't. Can we at least get one daily heart me out of you?
And now she's talking with her mouth full. You know, I truly don't understand what motivates people to listen to her, because to me, the way they talk to their audience, I'm not going to say it's abuse, but in a way it is abusive. It's the, if you don't give to me, I'm going to block you. You don't love me. There's a lot of emotional pull. And here's the thing, guys, you got to remember, well, you and I may be able to resist them. You have people who are at such a low point in their life, they want to feel a sense of acceptance. And so they will fall for these beggars. Say, hey, can you help me? We're working towards the goal. Hey, I really need you just, to tap something, give me a heart, give me a donut. I guess that's another picture on TikTok for gifting. But you've got people who are so emotionally low and a vulnerable state that they will give to them just to try to get a sense of acceptance.